Whether it's history-making political families, a vibrant art scene, or up-and-coming athletes, you can find the influence of Africa throughout Costa Rica's capital city. Welcome to San Jose. This is Fusion, a new way to see, hear, dance, and taste your way through 500 years of Afro-Latino culture. Are you ready for the journey? Hi, I'm Kim Haas, a world traveler and lover of languages on a quest to discover the roots of African people in Latin America. Venga conmigo. Costa Rica is a small Central American country sandwiched between the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans. And here, tourists can combine tropical rainforests and deserted beaches into an epic bucket list vacation. But the capital of San Jose, or Chepe, as the locals call it, defies expectations. It's a colorful, chaotic mashup of indigenous, Spanish, and African people who have blended together to create a vibrant Creole culture with strong ties to the past and one of Latin America's most progressive and creative cities. I'm here to meet El Padrino, or the godfather of Costa Rican literature, who's been writing about the experiences of indigenous people, immigrants, and African descendants for more than 50 years. Quince Duncan is the grandson of immigrants from Jamaica and Barbados. Now, he's not only a celebrated writer, he was the first minister of the Department of Afro-Costa Rican Affairs. His stories are a true fusion of culture, language, and identity. Mr. Don Quince Duncan, it is an absolute pleasure. You were the first one to write about the Afro-Costa Rican experience, the Afro-Caribbean experience. Before you, it didn't exist.
I think a black person has to write our own history, our own story. Marcus Garvey said that a people without history is like a tree without roots. You know, if you don't know where you're coming from, it's very difficult to know where you're going. You need identity, especially the children growing up. It's important for them to know that this is where I come from and this is what I am. The other day I told somebody, I said, well, we're not Africans. We have African heritage, we're Afro-descendants, and we're Afro-Caribbean.
It's really wonderful, and I can just, as you speak, you can hear it, you can, feel it. What did you learn from your family about kind of being Afro?
We came here to develop the banana industry, the cacao industry. So Costa Rica need a railroad to the Caribbean side, the Caribbean Sea, and we built it. You know, we have built up this country, and we have helped build up Costa Rica, which is absolutely true. And of course, the coffee industry. This depended basically on the work that people did. The first 25 miles, more than 5,000 people died from Limon up, building the railroad. So that is, we have paid a high price.
For the development of this country.
Yeah, that's right. And then we also want the story of slavery to be told. What about those who fought against slavery? Why don't you, tell us something about the heroes, those that fought against the resistance? They don't mention that. The goal was we're celebrating, according to the United Nations, 10 years devoted to examining the situation of black people the world over. And we were lucky enough to also set an example for the rest of the Latin American countries.
You were the first minister of Afro-Costa Rican Affairs.
We've been able to influence people outside the country. And so we got, for example, a health program set up in the Ministry of Health. The government also permitted us to have a lot of influence in the new educational programs. So for the first time, the subject of black history and culture is part of the program.
So you were able to really affect policy?
Well, I think we did, yes. Yes, we did.
You are a true trailblazer in every sense of the word.
Thank you.
So it is an absolute honor to be here with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For some, dance is just a form of exercise or reserved for special occasions. But for Sharifa Crawford Clark, a professional dancer on stage and off, dance represents so much more. Shadi's style combines traditional Caribbean dance steps with African movements that truly celebrate her heritage. Vámonos. Hola,
Hola.
Shadi.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much.
But where are we?
We are in Park, Spain, in the center of San Jose, Costa Rica.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's a great place
It's
for
a
dance.
great place, yes.
¿Qué tipo de baile va a enseñarme hoy?
Vamos a hacer como un calipso caribeño.
Dice
como,
calipso.
Como mover caderas.
Ah, ok. Y usted, pero y cuando hablamos del Caribe, de los movimientos caribeños, ¿de qué estamos hablando?
Estamos hablando de una fusión de movimientos. Pueden ser afro, de África obviamente, jamaiquinos y latinoamericanos también, tropicales. Una fusión. Es una forma de cultura, entonces pienso que al menos en la parte afro, desde la opresión que se ha habido durante años, la danza ha sido una forma de unión entre familia, tribus y de liberación, una forma de ser felices y a pesar de las situaciones que tenemos en lo cotidiano, podemos expresarnos y ser libres y ser quienes somos en realidad.
Ok, muy bien.